Today we are going to talk about the topic about the educational trip that you went during your school days. Well, during our school days, we do go to many of field trips, which actually helps us to know about the practical experience of our life. Like during our childhood, like say in our pre-KG and during our playgroup, we are taken to field trips, say to a vegetable shop, say to a grocery shop, or we are taken to a super mall, wherein we come to know what are the things, how it is being sold. If it is an apple, we come to know, oh, this is an apple. So it actually helps us to understand the image with the practicality of just viewing it and touching it. So this is something which is actually useful and is being followed by almost all the schools. So all these things can be said in this content. Well, coming to the topic, the educational trip which I had been to was to Science City, which is in the west part of Ahmedabad. It is really a very beautiful place because it gives us an information about how it actually gives us the information about science related to physics, related to chemistry and many more things. Well, the trip was very educational because when we went to this trip, we found there was actually an IMAX theater wherein we were able to see the 3D view of the life of astronauts in space. So that was quite thrilling. It was something, a different experience, I can say, because when we saw the entire life of an astronaut, like getting up early in the morning, brushing up the teeth. The brush used to literally fly and the paste used to fly. They used to coordination between both the hands, paste and the brush was so difficult, but they were all trained, and how they did it so easily was shown over there. That was the first time I felt that how difficult it is to lead a life in space. We just see that they went to space, they came, they saw and they came. It was so easy to read and understand, but actually life is very difficult. So that type of practicality was shown in this theater. I really loved it, and apart from that we were also given information about the natural calamities like cyclone, tsunami, earthquake, the problems and the solutions. So both these things were being shown over there. I really loved this trip because it was it gave an in-depth knowledge about science, not only science, I think even about the general science. So we really enjoyed this educational trip, and every school should have such kind of educational trip.